Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Fun Stuff Friday and I have all sorts of fun stuff. I got home from my son's doctor's appointment yesterday and my nails are icky today. Sorry about that. My nails are dirty. Just noticed. I've been swatching all morning so my hands are all dusty. Um, but I got home from my son's doctor's appointment and there was mail in the mailbox and his lovely mail. So I got so excited, but I couldn't do anything about it because I had a horrible, horrible migraine. The pencils I'm going to show you here, this very large box, um, have an odor when you first open them. And when you have a migraine already, they make it worse. So I made dinner and actually went to bed by 7 o'clock because my head was pounding so much. But we'll get to this big box here in a minute. First, I want to say thank you to the two gorgeous women who sent me pretty things. So this one here has come from a subscriber, and I thank you very much. It is absolutely gorgeous. And this is my very first Rita Berman book. I have some of her freebies, and I just love them. But this is one of her books. And I'm told this is the mix of a little bit of everything from all her books. But it's just so wonderful. I love this. Absolutely love this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Just wonderful, wonderful pages. These will be great for using for testing pencils. Do each one with a different color. I love this one. They're just awesome. I still have a little bit of a headache. Not as bad as it was yesterday. So I am still in my jammies. So you will probably see the cuff of my robe because I just didn't want to get dressed yet. Look at that. It's just so cute. Little mices. Little piggies. Look at those little piggies. And there's the big bad wolf. So in my brain, looking at this picture, it is the little pigs and the big bad wolf. But this is a fox looking like. So, but it's a bunch of little pigs. It could be a fox in the hen house. I'm not sure. But it's just so cute. My little brain is just spinning story after story. I love this. This is awesome. Another great one for testing pencils. Oh, just so much fun. Just so many fun things to test pencils with, to test techniques with. Just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a fantastic book. And I just love it. Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's enough gushing over one book. Now, this stack of books is three absolutely wonderful books that were on my wish list. Every year I like to make Christmas cards for people in the family and people in general. And these are compiled of old world Santa Christmas cards. And they're just fantastic. This one is done by Renee Davenport. And it's, the old world Christmas cards in grayscale. Just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous pictures. And these were given to me by Evelyn. Thank you very much, Miss Evelyn. She does have her own channel, and if you are not a subscriber to Evelyn's channel, make sure that you do subscribe to her channel because she's a blast, and she just does such beautiful work. It's just awesome. So I will be printing these in smaller. I will be taking this book apart and printing them in smaller dimensions to put on Christmas cards this year. So that will be fun. And the next one is done by somebody that I've had on the channel, um, Dawn Boyer. Dawn creates coloring books. It's called the Big Kids Coloring Book Collection. I have many of her actual drawings. These are a reproduction of vintage Santa Claus illustrations. This one is volume 1, and that's some of her other books. I have this one and this one. But yeah, it's a lot of different grayscale. This is a lighter grayscale than the other book, of different Christmas pictures and cards. Old World Charm. I just love Old World Charm. Look at that. It's just so cool. And this one here is very similar to one of the ones that is in Renee Davenport's. You'll see a lot of duplicate pictures between the two books because these are compiled of Old World Christmas card type things. So Christmas cards and Christmas banners and stuff like that. I just love it. Love that. It's so cool. Santa on a sled. So another book that I get to choose from for Christmas cards as well as Christmas coloring. I can keep it all in large scale as well and just do it for Christmas coloring. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. So that is book 1. She also sent me book 2. So this is also done by Dawn Boyer. It is also a reproductions of vintage Santa Clauses. This is volume 2. And of course, we have her other books in the back. And then we have the different Christmas pictures. And they're just fantastic. Like, I love that. That is just, all of them are just absolutely wonderful, wonderful pages. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. It's very old world type of picture. Just fantastic. Oh, I love that one too. That's a great picture. They're all great pictures. So, those are some of my extremely happy mail. Thank you, Evelyn, very much. They're just gorgeous, and I love them so much. I appreciate it a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And it always makes me feel so blessed and so wonderful that you have thought of me and gifted me some beautiful things. And I just can't thank you all enough. It's just it just warms my heart and makes me giddy. All right. So, as you all know, I bought a huge thing of washi tape because I fell down the washi tape rabbit hole. And I have gifted some of those washi tapes to other people, but I still have quite a few of them because I love them so much. I can't, I just can't. But I opened my mailbox yesterday and there's this little tiny package from the washi tape company. I thought, well, maybe they sent me um, a sample of some of their new washi tape, which would have been cool. But it's not a sample of their washi tape. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous necklace. I'm going to put you on the close-up camera here so you can see it a little bit better. And it's 18 karat white gold and Swarovski crystals. And it's just beautiful. So I contacted them because I didn't order it. And I said, I received a necklace in the mail and I didn't order a necklace. And she says, she looked up my name and she says, oh no, that's actually a special gift that you should have gotten with your washi tape order, but unfortunately it wasn't sent. So we sent it afterwards. So this is a gift from the company that I bought the washi tape from, and it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, that was all that made the rabbit hole a little bit better. Well, the washi tape made the rabbit hole worth it all in all because it was not expensive. So, um, now for the big one, I bought the 240 piece Kalour colored pencil set. Um, Shannon um, has been singing the praises of the red tinned Kalours, and I have full set syndrome. Bad full set syndrome. So when I saw that they had 240, of course I had to get them. Come on. Now, unfortunately, this is only 239 colors. It's 240 pencils, but my set came with a duplicate color. And I do believe by the way that they were laid out in the tin that this set is one that somebody had already received and sent back because of the duplicate color, which is a little bit of a bummer because I bought a new set. But I don't know how, but they were fully wrapped and that sort of thing. They had the cellophane completely covering them. They may have recellophaned them. I don't know. These were bought off of Amazon because Amazon carries them now. I do have another set coming from AliExpress, but I'm impatient and I ordered them over a month ago and still haven't received them. So when I saw that they were available on Amazon and that they had a 15% off coupon, no brainer. So the ones from AliExpress will go back, I think. All right, so these ones, you open up the tin and inside the lid of the tin is all of the colors, fully listed, all that fun stuff. And then you also get a full 240 color swatch. The colors do go in numerical, well, they do have them in numerical order from 1 to 240. And it's a really, really, really long. It's almost as long as my desk swatch chart. Of course, I didn't use their swatch chart, but but it's a really long swatch chart. Um, Now I have a couple of pencils out already because I'm going to be using them for testing and that sort of thing. But this is the way that the set came in the mail. So that's what tells me that that it was previously purchased, is that they were in color family order, not in numerical order as the swatch chart is. Now, it may actually come that way. I don't know. But there's 10, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 30 in each. So yeah, there's eight trays of pencils in here. And as you can see, it goes into the pinks and then into the purples, pinks and reds into the purples. There is a lot of metallics and a lot of fluorescence in this set. So yeah, I'm not going to take them all out. There's a lot of pencils in here. There is 240 pencils. Like I said, I did receive a duplicate in one of the colors, and I will talk to you about that after the swatch. And we will go over the color chart and the swatch chart and everything else. And we will go and sharpen some, and we will do a test, and then we will color a hug, because we have to color a hug because it is day 10 of HugADaySeptember. So we will be coloring a hug with these wonderful pencils. All right, so I'm going to put these away for just a moment and we will do the swatch. So please stay tuned for that. Grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax. It won't take long. I have sped it up. No, I cannot swatch this fast. Yes, I wish I could. Because I'm telling you, if I could swatch this fast, it would make my day a lot easier. All right, guys, so sit back, relax. It's only about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then I will be right back. All right, so that wasn't too bad. Now, of course, I do know that I spelt Kalour wrong, and I have corrected it. I also want to thank AH40 for subscribing, as well as Cordell Noble. I do appreciate your subscription to the channel, and I hope that you will enjoy being here with us. All right, so let's take a look at this swatch. I'm going to switch you on over to the close-up camera so you can see a little bit better. And I'm going to turn on the light, maybe. There we go. So we have a good selection of yellows into some brown yellows, some light browns, into our peachy tones, and then into our oranges. Now there isn't a lot of orange. There's only one that's, well, maybe two that are actual orange colors. These two here are orangey reds, but that's not too bad. So this is my duplicate, number 52, which is a nice pink. So I'm not too hurt by that. However, I haven't figured out what color I'm missing, so I will go through and I will re-swatch them on their or rearrange them in numeric order and see what one I'm actually missing. But we have a really good selection of peachy tones into our pinks, a really good selection of pinks, and here we have a couple of well, four different fluorescents. There's 23 metallics in here and 12 fluorescents. So out of your 240 set, you have 35 of them as fluorescents and metallics. So there's actually only 205 actual colors, and the rest are fluorescents and metallics. But I like to use fluorescents and metallics in my stuff, so it's not a huge hurt to me either. So then we go into our brown oranges, into our orangey colors, and into our reds. And we're starting off with some pink reds into the deeper reds, and then into our very deep reds. And then we go into our purples. This set has a huge selection of purples. I've never, other than my 520 set, and even it was a little bit shy on purple for the size. But this has a really good range of purple, the purples and the red violets and the violet colors is a really, really good selection. And then we have our blues. We have some light blues. This one here I put in the wrong place. It should be down here, but I went from the wrong end of the tin. So this one here in the tin is actually down here. But we have some good light blues into the medium blues, and then into our brighter blues and our dark blues. Same with the greens, a huge selection of greens. Everything from the yellow greens to the blue greens. We have a really good amount of lighter greens here, some good olivey type of greens, and then into our darker greens. This is a really good gray green or pale green, into some really dark greens, some blue greens, into our brilliant greens, our grass greens, the tree greens, our foliage greens, and then into a little bit more of a blue green here. The green area, like I said, I swatched these directly out of the box. So the blue and green areas, I would definitely switch around quite a bit. Same with the brown areas. So when I go through them again before I put them in a bag, I will re-swatch it in what I feel is color family order. And then we have a bunch of light greens down here into our browns. We start off with some light browns, our olivey colors, into some red browns, and then into some peachy pinky colors, which I personally would not have put there, but like I said, I just swatched them directly out of the box. I can understand why they're there because they do have a brown undertone. as well as this one here. It has a bit of a brown undertone. And then we go into our deeper browns and into our reds. These are a red brown. This one here particularly I would put back up into the reds. And then we have some purples and some deep pink browns here, which I would also put up into the pinks, purples, and reds. And then we have our really dark browns, and this one here I would put with the light browns. And then we go into some of our grays. These ones here, there's purple gray, green gray, and that sort of thing. And then we get into a couple of different metallics. We've got a gold and a bronze, and a metallic blue and purple, a deep metallic purple, and I think this one is purple gray. And then we go into our grays. This one here is silver. I'm not sure if you can see the shine on the metallics. Yeah, see the glitter in there? There is a pretty good shine on the metallics, which is really cool. And then we go into our grays. This one here I would put up into the blues, and I'm running out of room. This one here I would put up into the blues. This is steel gray into a purple gray, and then into our really dark grays and our blacks. So a fairly decent range of colors. Like I said, I do have a duplicate of 52. And on the back here, we're going to do a couple of different tests. So we're going to start with a water test. And that's why I had those colors pulled out. So I have the red, blue, and canary yellow. Another thing that this company says, let's take a closer look at the pencils. Let's see. We'll try to find one that you can actually read. So they do come with the name and the number on the pencil, as well as the Kalour brand there. Now this area here, they do say they're light fast. So they do have a light fast rating on each of the pencils. I cannot guarantee whether they are light fast or if they were tested properly. However, they do state that they are light fast, and they do have a light fast rating on them. All right, so let's start off with the water test here, and we're going to color this in blue. And we're just going to color half of it, and we'll see how far, if at all, we can drag that with the water. Now I am putting a medium to heavy pressure, so it is causing some dusting. So we will dust that off to make sure that we're not pulling dust with our water brush. Okay, so there's our blue, and then we're going to do the same thing with red. I did sharpen these with the small sharpener, the Tegal, and they did sharpen just fine in the Tegal. Alright, I'm going to dust that off again. Make sure that we don't have any remnants beyond the here I go breaking tips. I really broke that one, didn't I? I'm pressing too hard. I didn't find too many that were extremely scratchy. There was a couple that were a little bit scratchier than I would say would be appropriate for a artist grade pencil, but it was in some of the really, really dark colors. So I've got my water pen here, and it's just a water pen, and we're gonna start with the blue, and it definitely moves. It's not a watercolor kind of move, but it does move with water. I'm going to wipe that off. And then we're going to start with the red. And the red moves a little bit as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's not horrible, but it does move. And the yellow as well here. And the yellow, not really. It moves a little tiny bit, but not a lot. So of course it is much more prominent in the higher pigmentation pencils. Alright, so let's test the blendability. So let's start with yellow and blue. So they say that these are oil-based pencils, so we're just going to do light layers. So there's layer number 1. And then we're going to do the blue. And then the yellow. And then the blue. And I'm just using a light pressure, not using a heavy pressure. And we are getting a good green going there. So they do blend together quite nicely on the blue to yellow. Alright, so the next one is blue to red. And we're going to see if we can get a purple out of it as well. So drag that blue over. So that's layer number 2. And layer number 3. So we are getting a deep purple with the blue to red as well. So they blend very nicely. So let's wipe that off. So we've got our water test. The darker colors do move a little bit with the water. Light colors, not so much. They move slightly, but not enough to worry about. They do blend quite nicely. So let's take our blending pencil here and test their ability with the blending pencil. And I'm using the Caran d'Ache blender. Try not to contaminate the yellow with it. And they do blend quite well together with the Caran d'Ache blender as well. So let's do this one. The blue into the red. So definitely can remove the white spot with the Caran d'Ache blender with them, which is great. So they blend quite nicely with the Caran d'Ache blender as well. Alright, so let's see if they smudge. So we're going to start with a light, and we're going to do a very heavy layer there. And I pressed down quite heavy on that. And then we're going to see if it'll smudge and how far it'll smudge. So it does smudge. but not really, really far, but it does smudge. Okay, so now we're going to do the smudge test on the dark, and I'm going to use the blue, and I'm going to go really heavy-handed. And we're going to wipe that off, make sure that there's no remnants, and then we're going to see how far that's smudging. So when you're coloring and you're doing heavy-handed work, be careful rubbing your hands over top of it. It will smudge a little bit. Well, quite a bit actually. So be careful with that. The light colors seem to smudge more than the dark colors. Could be because of the more binder in it. So be careful with smudging. They do blend quite nicely. They are definitely not waterproof. So if you want to make them waterproof, go over them with your Caran d'Ache blender. Blend them first and then use your water products over top of them. Or if you're going to use your water products first, do your water, let it dry, and then use your pencils. So altogether, it's a really good looking set. They have plenty of colors, plenty of different variations of each color family. They, like I said, the only problem that I have found so far is that I have one duplicate pencil. They are not water resistant. They do move slightly with water. I did not scrub these. I just gently went over top of them with water. If you scrub them, of course, they are going to move more. They do blend both with each other and with the blender pencil, and they do smudge. So keep all of those things in mind when you decide whether or not to buy a set of pencils this large or any set of pencils. Um, check out whether they're light fast, check out whether they're water soluble, check out whether they're uh, enough colors in the set for you. I'm going to move you in a little bit. So, as you can see with this set, there's some really great amounts of different levels of color. Like I said, they do state that they are color, um, that they are premium quality, rich, vibrant, smooth lead, non-toxic, expert pencils. On the back side, I'm going to put lid on here. Make sure it's on. Oh yeah. On the back side, it tells you that it's a 3.3 diameter, 240 unique vibrant colors, no duplicates. Well, I have a duplicate. Suitable for precision coloring and filling, which is absolutely true. Ideal for drawing, illustrations, and coloring. I don't know about drawing. I don't draw, but I do color, and they seem to be, so far, okay for that. Break resistant. I have not had any leads that look broken or have come out of their um, casings. They are quite smooth. Like I said, I only had one or two that were in the darker color sections that were a little bit scratchy, and a couple in the fluorescents that seemed a little bit waxy, like had a little bit too much binder in them, which is typical of fluorescent colors. Unsurpassably light, fast, and acid-free quality pigments. Now, I can't guarantee that. It says best choice guaranteed, so hopefully they guarantee that. Artist quality colored pencils for every level of expertise, definitely. Smooth color laydown for superior blending and shading, which goes into this area up here where it says smooth colors, smooth thick lead. So they're, stating things duplicate on the packaging as well. Vast color range with number and color name for easily recognize. Okay. Their wording on here is a little different as well. Um, Made in China, designed in the USA, designed for Kalour Stationery MFG Incorporated out of Houston, Texas, United States. Um, and they conform to the international standards worldwide for the ASTM. So, um, as well as the complies with the European safety standard as well. So they've got all the right stamps, they've got all the right information on the box, which is great. Like I said, these are um, designed by a company in the United States or for a company in the United States. They are produced in China. So just going to say that. The artwork on the tin is gorgeous. It's just absolutely beautiful. I really like it. And the tin is a gorgeous color as well. It's this wonderful teal color, which is also fantastic because I like the teal color. All right, so now we got to color with them. So let's put some of this stuff away and move things out of the way because we need some stuff. We need some colors because we have a hug to color. Yay, I like hugs. Can you tell? And we're coloring the witchy hug today. Can you tell that I don't have a headache today? So, yeah, I'm a little louder, a little bit more giddy. Yeah, my headache went away, so I feel better. However, when I did first get up, I was a little bit, what's the word? My head hurt just slightly. But the more I talk to you guys, the better I feel. So I'm just trying to remove a bit of an ink blot there. There we go. So I need some colors. So let's pull some colors. So that's the only thing about working out of the tin and why I don't like working out of tins is it's hard to pull colors out of tins, especially big tins. So let's start with some skin tones here. So we need number 53. So this one, 54 and 49. We also need some purples. You know, I could do them any color I want to, but I also need some browns. So I'm going to grab a couple of these. I'll just leave this one out. So like I said, you'll see bits of my pajamas because I'm still in my jammies. So I need 160. So I need this one as part of the skin tone. Alright, and then we need some purples. I need a dark purple. So I would like one, number 83. Should be this one. Of course, because I put them all on one swatch chart, there's not really a lot of room there for the name. So this is actually dark purple. And I want number 79. Which is bluish purple for the shadows. And I think I want a really light purple as well, so 152, which is light purple. Look at that. All right, so what else do we need here? So we've got the purples, we've got some browns for the hair, we've got skin tones, and I think that's about it. So we're going to put this one back in here for now, so it's out of the way. And then we'll put this here. Just so that they're out of the way and not going to get knocked over onto the floor and broken, because that would be no fun at all. All right, so I'm going to put that there, put that there. Well, that's silly. I need that. And then I need my coffee, and I don't need the yellow in there yet. And I have my dust brush. I think I'm good to go. All right, let's get some witchiness done. All right, so I'm going to switch on over to the close-up here. And we're going to start with sharpening. We're going to sharpen. So these are a thinner lead than I'm used to. So this is a 3.3 millimeter lead. So it is a bit thinner, so that means you can get it to a much tighter point. So be careful making when you do your sharpening that you don't go too far and make the point too pointy, otherwise you're just going to snap it. Alright. So I'm just doing the dark areas with this dark purple. And that's what it is. Dark purple. Dark purple. And start with the hats. Try not to do her hair purple. Had to take a second look there. For some reason it looked funny on her face, and it's just a curl. Alright, now we're going to take the medium purple and we're going to sharpen it. Maybe. My pencil sharpener is refusing. Okay, well fine. I have other ones. That pencil sharpener outright refused. So this is grayish pink. Which is a fairly light color. I think maybe I should use light purple first. No. Use light purple second. So I'm just going into the darker areas. I think maybe I should have chosen a different color, but that's okay. So we'll put this down and then we'll put the darker purple over it. Hard to talk with a pencil in your mouth. Alright, so then we're just going to blend that in. And then we're going to take this light purple and do the really light areas. On her hat. And same with up here. Just going to take this lighter one. I'm not going to use the grayish pink. Don't like that. It looked darker purple to me on the swatch sheet, but on this paper it looks awfully pink, so we'll just use light purple and dark purple just because it looks better. Excuse me. Alright, now we're going to do her outfit. We're going to take the dark purple. Do under her friend's arm here. And I could do the dresses and hats and everything black, but not all little witches are dressed in black. My witch costume is in purple. My Halloween costume is purple, so okay. So once again, just going over all of the dark areas with this deep purple. There's nothing better than a little witchy hug. Especially this close to Halloween. I know it's a little ways off, but it doesn't matter. I got Christmas books. Okay, and that's all her friend's outfit there. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to make sure that there's a shadow under her cape going into her dress so that, well, that might be still part of her cape. I'm trying to decide here. I think this is her dress and her cape ends here. So that's what we're going to do it as. Just trying to decide if we should do her friend's cape and that in purple too. Might have to grab another set of colors because I'm thinking maybe green. See how often I change my mind on things. Alright, now we're going to take this one. I'm going to give it a sharpen. And we'll finish this first witchy up first, and then I think we're going to do green for the other little witchy because it just screams green to me. I don't know why. in any areas that you feel that are not dark enough. Of course, you can go over with your darker pencil just to darken them up a little bit, or an eraser to lighten them up a little bit. And I'm going to leave that white. Like that. And then we're going to take that purple again, and we're just going to go in to a couple of these areas just to make it a little bit darker. Hopefully you're still on screen. All right. It's amazing how much fussing you can end up doing with two colors. All right, so let's do her face. Let's start with this one. That's why I had this one out. So we're going to start with the pink gray in the shadow areas. Knew there was a reason why I had this one out. And then we're going to go into that with this one here, which is pale yellow. Another one of the reasons why I prefer to swatch and list the swatches by their number, even if they do have a name on them, is because 9 times out of 10, the name is in the middle of the pencil, but the number is at the end of the pencil. So when you're coloring, you'll end up sharpening down past the name, but at least you still have the color matched up with a number. So this one here is light coral. We're going to use it for our dark areas. Her nose and her little face is just so little that and then we're going to go into it with shallow orange. Now I'm also going to compare these because the other set of Kalour pencils I've seen are almost exactly the same as, well, they are exactly the same. They've just got a couple extra colors as the Shuttle Art colored pencils, 174s. They've just got some extra colors. So I will check these out against the Shuttle Art 180s because they don't have a 200 set, but they do have a 180 set. So on the hands, we're going to take the pink. This is just gray pink, and we're just going to do in between the fingers and down here at the cuff. And then we're going to take the yellow. This is just pale yellow. Then down here at the cuff and in between the fingers with the peach color, light coral color, and then shallow orange to blend it all together. Same with over here. Use that light pink, gray pink for the shadows. Go over it with light yellow, put in some coral. And then the shallow orange. And now we're going to grab some browns. So I'm going to go with some light browns for this little witchy. So we're going to grab number 43 for the base, and 207, and 36. I know we probably won't need that many colors, but we'll see. So we're just going to start with the base coat. She's going to be a bit of a blondie, light blonde, dusty blonde, dirty blonde, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to start with this one, which is bright orange yellow. It's just got a little bit of a tanny orangey color to it. I thought about doing their hair in different colors, like greens and purples, but I just want them to be normal little girls playing. Now we're going to use some dark yellow. Okay. Hair. So hard to do curly hair. Even when it's detailed curly hair. Alright, now we're going to use the darkest of the orangey colors. Try to make sure that I get the darkest areas with it. And then we're going to go over it again with the dark yellow. Okay. Same with this side. I think we need some of this in this side. Hopefully you guys can still see all that. Alright. Okay, so there's one little witchy done. Now, for the other little witchy, I'm going to move things around again, because because I have to grab other colors out of here. So let's put these ones over here. And of course, I should be using my pencil holder, but my desk is a mess, so trying to get to them is difficult. I've got so much stuff all over the place. Now, red or green? I think we're going to go with green. Green, green, green. Of course, green is way down there. So let's see here. Let's go with, what colors do we want? We want 116. Let's see, what colors do we have in here? There's 116. And 135. I think that should be good. Let's try not to knock everything off my desk. So we're going to go with a dark green and a medium green. And then we're going to go, I think, with blues for her hair, just because. So I've got bottle green here, which is number 116. I'm just doing those really dark areas of her hat. And like I said, I could have gone black, but what kind of fun is that? What kind of test are we going to get out of that? Now, of course, because these are darker colors going over top of black ink, they're just going to come up as a little bit darker than they were meant to be, which is fine. Hopefully, the other camera will pick it up a little bit more. Of course, I could probably turn the light on. Nope, doesn't show it any better. But I can see better. All right. Let's make sure I get all these really dark areas with that bottle green. And then the next color we're going to use is forest green. Hopefully I can stay in the lines. So we have another guest coming on Saturday for our Saturday color and chat. So we will be coloring a picture out of Circle of Life, a wonderful acorn picture. And we will have Larissa, which is one of the admins of my Facebook group, so anybody in the Facebook group would know her. And she has her own channel as well. Once again, a small channel, just like her husband's. We had her husband on Wednesday. And this is another, she's a colorist. She's not a drawing type of artist as far as I know. But she is a fantastic colorist. So she should be fun to have. visiting us. All right, so we've got her green little hat all done. So let's start on her clothes. So this one here has a neck piece. So let's start with that. Just make sure that we get the dark green into those dark areas. This area here is her hair. Just trying to make sure I don't get her hair as well. And down her cape. And of course the shadow areas of her hug. But yeah, I was going to get dressed and whatnot, and my head was still pounding a little bit when I first started. So I figured, okay, well, I want to do this as comfortable as possible. So I stayed in my jammies. So I hope you all forgive me. But unfortunately, there are some times when the brain and the body, sit there and go, yeah, by the way, nope. Yesterday was one of those days. I'm just going around the dress as well, making sure that I get those dark areas in. So this is the end of her cape, I do believe. And this is a part of her dress. So we're just going to get under the arm of the other little witchy there. Oh, I've got their little shoes to do too. So I almost forgot about our shoes. Yeah, they don't need to wear shoes. I don't wear shoes. Alright, so there is the bottom part of the dress done. Oh, I still got to do the arm. That's silly of me, isn't it? Alright. And as you can see, it's worn this pencil down quite a bit, so they are pretty soft. And I just colored her hair. And I was just telling myself, don't color her hair. Now what did I do with my eraser? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, now I just stabbed myself with my pencil. Alright, let's not color her hair this time. I think I'm safe. Concentration. Trying to avoid things. Alright. Well, maybe that's not her hair. I think that's the neck, where it connects to the robe. Yeah, that makes more sense. Makes more sense. Alright, now we're just going to lightly color in the dress so that it's still a green, but not a really dark green. Oh, I am not having a good luck with the keeping it in the lines today, am I? Goodness. Oh, goodness. Thank you very much, Bill, for subscribing. I appreciate it. I love it when the little subscriber thing still goes off even when I'm not broadcasting. I think it's so cool that even though I'm recording, I still get notification of new subscribers and new members and all that fun stuff, which is really cool because it gives me a chance to say thank you. I hope you enjoy the channel. All right. So now I'm looking at this green and I think I want it a little bit lighter in some areas. So I'm going to take the dark yellow that we used for the other little witch's hair. I'm just going to lighten up a couple of different areas. Just make them stand out just a little bit more. On her cloak here. And her robes. Also going to do this area here, the little design on her robe in yellow. Alright, so there's our darker one there. Now, let's see. We're going to do her hair I think in darker browns because that's where we're at. This one says it's apricot, but it doesn't look like apricot to me. No, most of her hair is hidden here, so I'm just going to do that. And then we're going to take this one here, which is chocolate. And we're going to put in some shadowy areas. Like so. Now we got to do their shoes and their socks. So this one's socks, we're going to give it the green on the dark areas. And then we're going to do dark purple shoes. And then this one, we're going to do the dark purple. And then we're going to do green shoes, just for the fun of it. Just so they look like they've switched shoes. There we go. And then we're going to take this light green here off. And we're going to do the ground. And we'll get a darker green. And do the shadows. And then this one here, we'll do shadows with it. And of course, you didn't see any of that. Sorry, guys. Alright, so there are our two little witches. I think I need to go over this a little bit more with some greens. There's some white spots showing, which is fine. Embrace the white, embrace the white. Yeah. Color the white, color the white. Alright, so there are our little witches. Switch you over to the main camera here so you can see them. And this is day number 10 of HugADaySeptember. So let's move that down. Oh, yeah. A mess everywhere. I just don't have enough room on my desk, and I have a huge desk. So it is the 10th, Hug, September 10th, 2021. And this is hug number, where is it? Hug number 23 for 100 hugs, or 100 days of hugs 2021. So this is hug number 23. So we have 76 more hugs to go until the book is finished. Well, 77, sorry. 77 hugs more to go till the book is finished. And 21 more hugs for this month. So that is my hug for today. I hope you have all enjoyed the video. I know it's a much longer video than normal, but like I said, I had to do the review on the Happy Mail. And I've got pencils everywhere. So once again, I think they did pretty good. They covered quite nicely for the colors that I chose. The skin tones are quite nice. Definitely worked well. They blended together really nicely. And other than the fact that I'm missing a pencil, I do have a duplicate, so there is one that is missing. I'll just give you a quick tour of the pencils one more time. They are dipped on the end, so you can't see whether or not it's centered, but by the look of the sharpen, it's quite centered. This one is bottle green, and it has a 4 plus rating on the light fast scale. I don't know what the light fast scale is because I never really paid a lot of attention to light fastness, because I color in coloring books. I don't display my art because I just don't. They get put away, and I take them out and look at them all the time, but they're not in any light, or other than ambient lighting from a room. They're not out in the sun or anything like that. So I cannot tell you what that means. I'm quite sure 99% of you know what it means. I don't. I just don't. I never paid a whole lot of attention to it. There is the color name, the light fast rating, and a color number, as well as the company name. I have them swatched and marked with just the color number because my swatch chart to get them all on one page is a little tight to put the color name. But I prefer just to use the color number myself anyway, because by the time you get past half a pencil, your color name is going to be gone. I I don't mind that the color number is up here. I would rather it be down here so that I'm not going to be sharpening it off at any point. But they seem very nice. They're quite smooth. They blend together quite nicely, as we saw on the test. They are, now that this is dry, you can see how much they moved. I did not use a whole lot of water. I did not scrub them. I'm quite sure if I scrubbed really hard, I could have got them all to move a lot. But I just wanted to make sure that, because you're not going to be scrubbing your paintbrush over top of things while you're coloring, but you may go over something with your brush as you're painting. So if you are going to use a wet medium, do so first, let it dry, then use your colored pencils. Or if you're going to do it the other way around, spray your pencils or burnish it with your Caran d'Ache blender or whatever blender stick that you're using, as long as it's heavy in wax, so that it seals it in. So for example, this area here, I went over it with the Caran d'Ache blender. Let's see if I can find it. I know I put it somewhere. There it is. So the Caran d'Ache blender is quite heavy in the center blending core material. So I'm not sure if that's a heavy wax blend or a heavy, I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of. I assume a heavy wax blend. So once I do this and I blend it all together, and I've gone over the whole thing with my blender pencil and dust it off to make sure that it's all clear of debris, I can take my water pen, make sure it's clean, and go over that, and it does not move. Little areas that I hadn't gone over will, but the majority of it itself isn't going anywhere. And that's because the blender has sealed that in. So if you go over this with watercolor and you want to paint after you've put the pencil down, make sure that you seal it first by going over it with your blender pencil. All right, guys, that is it for me. Of course, I hope that you have enjoyed this review and the information that I have been able to provide. This is, of course, just the swatching, the first impressions, the testing, that sort of thing. I will let you know a little bit later on after coloring them with them for a little while exactly what I think of them. But first impressions, they're really nice. They work very well. After I let them air out overnight, the smell went away, and I was hypersensitive to it last night because of my headache. So it may not have smelled as bad as I thought it did because of the fact that I had a headache. It was hypersensitive. So, but today they don't smell at all. So that's great. They are on Amazon. And let's take a quick peek because there is a coupon. So I'm going to take a look and make sure that that coupon is still available. So let's take a look here. Of course, I've used the coupon, so it may not show it to me. Yes, so they're on sale for 10% off, plus there's a 20% off coupon. So that's like 30% off of the $44.99 or $49.99. So I think it comes out to be, let's see, how much did I pay for them? That would have been the better one to look at. $35. So $35 divided by 240, 35 divided by 240 is 14.5 cents per pencil. So basically 15 cents a pencil. So that's pretty good. That's actually a really good price. They are quite smooth, and they do lay down quite nicely. I'm just going to take a quick look here at the Shuttle Arts. And see if they are the same as the 180 Shuttle Arts colored pencils here. Let's see, I've got, what colors do I have out? Canary yellow is number 4 in their thing, and number 45 in this. So different colored numbers and everything else. So I don't believe that they are the same as the Shuttle Arts as with the 180 set. So they will have a different numbering system as the 180 set as well. So I'm just going to say that as well. So yeah, personally, I think that for 15 cents a pencil, they are very nice. They do have a really good shine or a really good glittery kind of effect from your metallic pencils. The only one that I had any troubles with the fluorescence, I do believe was a green. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was this green here, but it seems to have evened out after going over it. But they all have really pretty colors, really, really nice. Um, quite bright. And like I said, the metallics have a really good glitter. So I don't know if you can see the glitter on that right here. It's a pretty good glitter. All right, so that is my first impressions of these pencils. My first impressions are, of course, that they are quite nice. This one here is white, and I put down a black background so I could go over it. And it's not as white as, say, a Prismacolor, but it definitely does show white on top of black. So, okay. So I think I'm done now. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed during the swatching as well as during the video. I also want to thank the two wonderful ladies that sent me Happy Mail. I appreciate it so very much. I just absolutely love it. Um, both sets of books are both sets of Happy Mail are fantastic, and I can't wait to start coloring in both of them. Um, and I will probably be using some of these Kalour pencils in them. Tomorrow, of course, we have a special guest for our Saturday color and chat, and we will be coloring one of my to be colors for this month. We will be coloring this one here. So we should be coloring this. I can't say how far we'll get on it, especially with chatting and whatnot, but we will be starting this one. All right, guys. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Of not only to my own channel, but to other YouTubers' channels. Evelyn has a channel, and she is a wonderful colorist and is very, very smart and will teach you many, many things. And of course, she is one of the lovely ladies that sent me Happy Mail, and I appreciate it. Larissa, who is going to be on the channel tomorrow, also has a channel, and I will link both of those ladies' channels in the description below the video. Other than that, please remember to always, always relax, color, and stay safe. Thank you all very much for watching. You have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now for now, guys.